To me, leadership means the ability to organize, to lead, influence others, to follow in your lead. I am very proactive. I like to set goals, and then I like to see them to completion. So hopefully by setting those goals and standards, people will follow me.
Having the ability to kind of influence a group or organization, whether it be by kind of the way you act, what you do, or what you say, it can be a lot of times leadership can be just taking the initiative on a project and seeing that project through. Some people say that there's natural born leaders, but I don't think that's true. I think a lot of times our environment, how we grew up, plays a big part on whether we become good or bad leaders. And so I think that's what leadership is, basically having that influence to be able to persuade or influence a group to do something, to do whatever you ask them to do, or to establish a common goal.
Being available, guidance for the workforce that's coming in. When they have questions and concerns, a leader is someone that can point them in the right direction, give them advice, help them grow, help them develop to expand as an employee.
There's a difference between management and leadership. Management's the day-to-day activities, getting the job done. Leadership is really trying to kind of focus on the future, trying to look out in the future of what I need to do personally, but also professionally.
To me, leadership is more than just getting people to follow you. Lots of people throughout history have had, people follow them, but it's not necessarily out of respect or admiration. Sometimes it's more so out of fear. So simply getting people to do things or having them follow you, to me, isn't really the measure of leadership. And I think leadership has as much to do with the respect of the people that they're leading as it does anything.
Leadership to me is someone or a group of people that can lead, guide, direct. Obviously, somebody that the guys can trust. My employees, trust me, and that to me is a great leader. Having a vision for what direction either your business unit or the company in general needs to move in. Syncing that with the goals that you have departmentally and the resources at your disposal to do that. Your manpower, their strengths, of course, your physical assets as well. And then sharing that vision with your work group in a way that means something to them. That they can take ownership in that success. So it's not only the emulating the vision that you need to occur, but also making it clear how those things fit, how the rubber meets the road, and what they can do to become a success themselves, which also helps the company to become a success as well.
Leadership to me means inspiring others to believe in what they're doing, helping them be at their best, and allowing them to develop themselves within their job and further themselves and take the company along with them.
All of our employees, whichever job you have, whether a meter reader, customer service tech, manager, supervisor, we've all got practices, policies, procedures that we follow. What we're trying to do is ask our employees and all of us to make a difference, to expand upon that.
I encourage innovation and creativity through just new ideas, taking on suggestions from the guys, and giving them the opportunity to just back them whenever they come up with a great idea or an idea that they're maybe not too sure about, just to kind of ensure them that it's okay to have your own ideas and own suggestions. So,
in the gas business, one of the things I try to do is try to ask my guys, if this was your gas company, kind of what would you do, or what kind of tools do you need that would help make your job or your life easier or better? And in some cases, they say, oh, if we had this type of tool that did this, it would actually eliminate or save us some time with repairing a gas main or repairing a gas service. So just getting my team involved, asking them questions, kind of picking their brains, kind of what would they do to help, because that's the whole main goal of the gas operation maintenance. You definitely want to operate and maintain a system as safe and effective as possible, and also with the least amount of times not to disrupt your customers. So again, asking them for different things, different ways, if this was their company, getting them involved, what they would do to see if any tools or anything that would help them do their job better.
We try to encourage employees to keep thinking outside the box. And it's not always easily said than done, but you do that by encouraging them to ask what we call the QBQ, the question behind the question. So if you've got a process or a system that isn't working up to standards, maybe operationally or to someone's liking or something like that, encouraging the employees to say, hey, this is what the issue is, but what's the question behind that? For example, you'd say, well, I'm not getting enough information on a particular meter set or a gas appliance installation. Then you say, well, what can I do to facilitate getting the information I need? That would be kind of the question behind that. Don't just leave it for someone else to solve that for you. Take ownership of that. And so the creativity side is it's open to determine what you can do to be a part of that solution. And it's not always something that's written into a process or procedure. It takes some ownership. It takes some accountability, certainly responsibility to see it through to the end, but that tends to get some pretty creative answers, which is good. We want those from the folks that are within 20 feet of the problem and let them own that. And if they do that, they're more likely to see it through to the end.
I think effective leaders have the skills of good communication. I think they have a high level of integrity and are able to cast a positive shadow for their employees through the way they behave.
One of the things that I can do is just have you just got to persevere and just, know what you can control. One of my old coaches used to have, and he was also one of my mentors too, Bob Fellows. When I was playing football at the Citadel, he said, the only three things you can control is your attitude, effort, and your knowledge. And out of those three things, you can only control those three things. And so no matter what happens in any situation, you can control your attitude. You can control how you react to a situation, whether good or bad. You can control how much effort you put into it. In anything, you would like to give you need to give your 100%. Give all that you can be. And knowledge, increase your knowledge of whatever you're doing. In this particular case, in our gas industry, me as a leader, I need to increase my knowledge in the gas industry. And so those three things, you definitely could know the things that you can control. And again, what I say, control your attitude, your effort, and your knowledge. Once you get those things down, I think you'll be a successful leader.